Those of you who are back in today, best tips in Dynasty. The full launch of College Football 25 comes out Friday, and I'm pretty sure that's when this video is dropping. So the best tips that I've learned, I've already ran through almost an entire season of Dynasty with the videos to come. Now, I don't want to spoil too much. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe button, turn on notifications so you don't miss those. Please check it out. We have tons of tips coming. Now, look, I've learned a lot. The first thing I want to mention is coverage shells. So when you're hopping into a defense, you can actually change and disguise your look. So I think what you want to do is you want to push the right stick. You move the right stick left or right while in the play selection menu. So when you're choosing your play, move the right stick left or right, and you'll be disguising your coverage, which will give your defense a big advantage, and it'll keep the offense on their toes. Second tip, formation, substitutions, and depth chart management. What's important here, man, look, nobody can get injured. You know, auto subs, you're going to want to look at that, making sure some of your players are getting subbed out or in at pretty decent frequencies. You can see these are not at 50. These are a bit above, 50, because look, you don't want your halfback getting hurt. You don't want these guys getting hurt. With the all-new wear and tear system, this is something you're going to want to be managing. Can your QB be subbed out when you're up by 40? The ranking system, you only need to be top 12, so manage that as well, just to make sure that you guys are not killing your players with the wear and tear. Utilize red shirting. So red shirting, this allows anybody who gets injured or doesn't play enough beyond a certain amount to retain another year of college eligibility. So basically, this happens in real life and in the video game, and it's very important. A young player who potentially could be a star, you're going to have them play a couple extra games than they need to. Maybe they start 4 games instead of 3, and all of a sudden they go from a freshman to a sophomore and they only have 3 years left instead of 4. So definitely utilize the red shirting system. That's something you're definitely going to be looking at right here. If you have a young guy and you don't need them, maybe they're a 5th string, let them ride the bench. Do not put them in garbage time and stuff like that. Make sure they're a red shirt. You can see we have a couple of red shirt players right here. Just gives them an extra year of eligibility. You can see it with the RS next to their name. And that is definitely significant because they have a full extra year of eligibility. Up next is check your school's ratings, boys. So if you go over to your My School tab, which where we gotta find that first off. So it's actually not gonna be here for me just because I'm currently about to be in the playoffs, but you can actually go in and look at your school and it'll show you what your school is good at. So maybe it'll be in here. I'm not seeing it here. Dynasty Central. All right, yeah, so I'm not seeing it, but basically you'll be able to find out what Penn State is good at doing. So a lot of the time it'll be, whether you have good facilities on campus, team prestige, are you a conference championship contender? And that's important, man, because you're going to be going to the transfer portal soon. At the end of the season, you're also going to be recruiting. You're going to want to make sure that you're doing things the right way in terms of recruiting. Players that value something that you don't have might not be a great fit for your school, might not be a good target. Now, back to recruiting, man. My recruiting class is pretty damn OP. If I knew how to get there, I'd show you. But we're in the playoffs. We're in a bit of a weird spot right now in this current dynasty. Honestly, I probably should have went into a different dynasty. That's on me. But go all in on the recruits you want and go in early, boys. You're going to want to be getting these guys as soon as possible. Scout them out, and if you like them, then it is time to go all in. I'm talking about sending the full house. Look at the recruiting board. So this is my recruiting board after an entire season. Now, do not look at my team's ranking because honestly, I got no damn clue how we are. Oh, here we go. My school. So this is what you're going to find. Look, you can see we have A+ championship, A program. You'll have different grades depending on your program. Obviously, the lower tier schools, you're going to have a lot worse stuff. It's going to be harder to get recruits. Now, looking at my class, man, if we look at the Big Ten, which is obviously what Penn State is in, you can see I'm ranked number 26, which isn't terrible, but a lot of other schools, they got a lot more. Look at Ohio State. They got 22 4-stars. That is crazy. It's hard to do that with recruiting, with the amount of hours and everything. Guys just aren't interested. Something I did notice, though, the level of guys that you can recruit decreases heavily. You know, come week 6, all of these guys, it is too late. So choose your battles early on in the season and make sure you're going all in. You know, when you go to recruiting, make sure you're adding the action of sending the full house. Go all in on these guys as soon as possible. And if you're falling behind, there's an option down at the bottom called sway, where you can actually sway, and it's like a last ditch effort. As soon as you know what the player likes, so looking at the right hand side here from Mike Volk, you can see he likes academic prestige, coach prestige, and proximity to home. You're going to want to take off sending the house. So sending the house is worth 50 points, and hard sell is worth, I think, 40. And hard sell, you'll actually get more value. So remove sending the house, add in hard sell, and play to your school's strong suits. That's a key thing right here to make sure that you're getting the right guys for recruiting. So I kind of already mentioned this, but the prospect list declines in quality heavily throughout the entire season. I definitely utilized this recommended tab throughout the entire season. You can see I threw a lot of targets. You can see I scouted a lot of these guys out. The guys that are green, man, these are guys that already have been scouted by me. They're busts and whatnot. And a lot of these guys are already signed. I mean, if you look at the right-hand side, look at the offers. It'll say, you know, how many offers they're getting, whether they've been received, whether they've been signed. A lot of these guys are already signed because it's after the season. The rest, I'm guessing, are in the transfer portal. Filtering did help a lot. You know, I was finding myself filtering down to 5-star and 4-star prospects a lot. And then once the board was full of those, I felt like I had good guys. Then I went down to 3-star and added some of those. Something important to note is that when you're looking at these guys, man, you can actually see we got to find somebody that maybe doesn't have an offer, which is going to be very hard when we're looking at 5-star prospects. What the hell was I thinking there? It'll show your interest. It'll show their interest. So you don't see Penn State anywhere here in the top 5, but their interest bar isn't that high on anyone, so they don't really care. You can see right here, you'd have to make up some ground over Florida. So definitely find a team that a recruit that is interested in your school. There will be a green symbol next to them on the target list, I believe, or there's something that symbolizes whether they're interested. Make sure you check that because it makes things a lot easier. Finally, save scholarships for the transfer portal. You know, you only get 35 scholarship spots. You can see I got 20 of the boys that are coming in on scholarship, except for some of the traders. Remove them from your board once they sign. You know, get rid of them. Don't be wasting spots. You can see on some of these guys that I'm currently recruiting, man, you can see I scouted them out to 100%. I like what I see, and they'll tell you, make sure you're checking. You know, are you going to win this battle? You can see we got, was that North Carolina catching up on guys like this? So make sure you're managing your recruits every single week because that is crucial, and save some spots for the transfer portal for guys that want to come. And really, those are all the tips that I have right now for you guys in Dynasty. This mode is actually very fun. I really hope you show some support on the Dynasty series that we're doing. Peace out. Thanks for watching.